CELPIP listening has 6 parts. Among them, the 6th part is the most difficult. This is where people are losing marks, and if you're coming short in listening by 1 or 2 points, it's happening because of this part. In this video, I'm going to cover the transcript, and we're going to go in detail with the note-taking strategy. If you can master that, you will have no problem answering the questions. Here's the thing, guys. This applies to all parts of the CELPIP listening, by the way. If you were given this transcript in front of you, and then you have questions, would you have a problem answering? No. But unfortunately, the transcript is not given, but you can take effective notes, which is what I'm going to teach you in this video. If you have notes, summary of all of these things, the summary will elaborate everything for you, and you'll be able to answer. Now, before we get into this, we have a student right now who is struggling with CELPIP listening. Now, CELPIP listening is the easiest module among all 4, but she's amazing at the others, but CELPIP listening, there's a problem. So we went over multiple assessments, tips and tricks, and so on. We were doing questions and answers, but now, recently, we have shifted the focus to, hey, let's forget about the questions, let's just practice note-taking, and there's a significant improvement, and of course, this happens with students. That gave me the idea to make this video without the audio, just so we can look at the transcript and understand how to take notes. Later on, you can play audios. If you have already taken our self-paced course, we have 5 mock tests, really good mock tests, very challenging. You can go on YouTube, scroll below, and you will see show transcript, and you can look at the transcript and do what I'm doing right now. If you haven't purchased the course, you really need to before your exam. It guarantees you a 10+. Check it out in the description below. So guys, here are a few things. You will be given a piece of paper, right, when you are taking notes, because the question, will not be in front of you when you are listening. So the first thing you want to do is simply start taking notes, okay? Now, of course, that's obvious, but I'll come back to this to tell you why this is important. Now, we'll look at this transcript and try to understand. This is how you want to understand, summarize, paraphrase, and take notes. Okay, let's look at the first sentence here. Dr. Eleanor Sinclair, a leading advocate with the progressive reform movement, has put forth a pioneering initiative aimed at reimagining the rehabilitation process for white-collar offenders. I'm laughing because it's so difficult, right? This is part 6. Things get harder here, and you need to have good vocab to understand all of these things. We have 1,000 words and phrases word list in our self-paced course. If you haven't purchased that, again, check that out. Highly recommended. We also have 400 best words for CELPIP. That is a free list in the description. You can check that out too. So of course you can see the vocab level needs to be good to understand it. But let me just summarize this or simplify this in my own words. It's actually very simple. Dr. Eleanor Sinclair is a leading person, fine. Obviously, that's why she's mentioned. Doesn't matter for me. Matter to me. Now, she's in the progressive reform movement. Okay, so she's in some movement, fine. That also is not important. Has put forth a pioneering initiative. So pioneering would mean something new, grand, a breakthrough. So this is kind of important. So for me so far, I understand that this lady has done something big. Okay. Aimed at reimagining the rehabilitation process for white-collar offenders. So she has done something big. She is pioneering in the rehabilitation process. So again, reforming people. And those people are the white-collar, the rich people, office people, offenders. So there's really this, and this. That is important in the sentence for me to understand. So if I simplify this, again, the sentence says, Dr. Eleanor Sinclair is a leader at making rehabilitation process better for white-collar offenders. Now, if I am writing this, again, these are my notes, right? I'm writing this with a pencil or a pen. I'm just going to say Dr. Eleanor. Now, the name is important. I'm just going to put S for Sinclair because you want to summarize things. You wouldn't be able to write too much. You're multitasking, listening and writing. You're also trying to catch up on what's said next, so you want to keep it very short. So here's my notes. This is how I take notes. Dr. Eleanor Sinclair, again, the spelling is wrong, I know, but I just need to know the way it's said, because I don't care about spelling. I just need to relate with the person. I'm trying to use as less words and letters as possible, because we don't have time. Okay, Dr. Eleanor Sinclair, good. This is what I'm going to do. Instead of saying pioneering, I'm going to say good at, instead of using the word at, save every letter. I'm just putting a hyphen. And rehabilitation. Now, again, you don't want to do too many short forms. You can actually do rehab, but I'm not going to put R. Sometimes you put too many short forms and you don't actually understand what was said. So rehab, yeah, rehab for white collar. This is exactly how I'm going to write my notes. People, just short form. So when I read this, it says, okay, Dr. Eleanor Sinclair was pretty good. She's a top person in doing rehab for white collar people. This is exactly what was said here, but look at my summary. It's so short, and I'm going to do that with every sentence when I'm listening. It's also going to make it easy for me to understand because, of course, they're going to use difficult words, and I want to use easier words. So that's the other benefit. It's easy to understand. The third benefit is you have paraphrased what was said. So you have understood and explained to yourself what was said. This is a key skill because your questions are going to be paraphrased too. So if you understand right here what was paraphrased, then you can change it up, you can express it in your own words. When the question paraphrases it, it's not going to be something new for you. Okay, let's keep going. We'll finish one paragraph, then I'll go over these notes, tell you another thing you need to do. Dubbed the Financial Accountability and Rehabilitation Initiative, this proposal seeks to revolutionize the approach to handling white-collar crimes, particularly those involving financial malfeasance and corporate misconduct. You want to try? You can pause the video and try to make a note here. Okay? Well, if you want me to do it, I don't want to write this whole thing. Of course, this is going to take up so many seconds, and every second is precious. So I'm going to say, okay, she made F and financial accountability, okay, FA and rehab. So financial accountability and rehabilitation. If anything like that is mentioned in the question or options, this will help me relate. Okay. This proposal is revolutionary, hyphen revolutionary, and when I do the writing, I'm just gonna do this and then R and then dot. Something that just points out, okay, it's revolutionary. For, and these things might be important because these could be keywords. They might come as one of the options. So I do want to write for financial, not malfeasance. I mean, they can paraphrase that. Financial and corporate or problems. I'm not going to say misconduct, just problems, just so it's easy. Again, it's not only me taking notes, but making it easy for myself to understand. Okay. Under this innovative framework, now I understand that innovative, revolution, and these words are being used quite often, so maybe they will be part of the question. So I'm gonna write innovative because they really are focusing on that. The question might be, was it innovative? Was it breakthrough or something? So I want to write the exact keyword I'm hearing. Individuals serving sentences in federal correctional facilities throughout Ontario could earn reductions of up to 45 days per year. So these ones, okay? Dates, names, titles, these things are important because they might ask you exactly how many days in the options, 45 days, 90 days, 20 days. So you need to remember them. So make sure you write those. We're going to write 45 days per year. And again, small things like that per year. Okay, making it simple. From their incarceration period. So let's write that down too. That could be one of the questions. Anything specific you want to write down. You cannot really paraphrase it. From imprisonment, because that's what incarceration means. So again, I'm going to write an easier synonym for myself. So you get the idea, right? You can see how quickly we're summarizing these things. It's multitasking, paraphrasing, summarizing, and making it simple for yourself. So you want to keep going. Keep doing this, okay? Check this out. Dr. Sinclair. Is this a new person? No, it's the same person. So that happens, and what people do is they make another column for Dr. Sinclair and Eleanor Sinclair, and they think it's two different people. Don't be confused. Sinclair, they can use the last name. And that's why I put S here, just so I know that it's the Sinclair person. Now, we see a change of tone to skeptics, and this is usually what happens. As soon as you're writing your notes and you notice that change of tone, next column. Okay, next column, here you write what detractors are saying. So this is where you can separate information because you need to know who is saying what and who is opposing what. Okay, that is usually enough, 2 columns. But then in this transcript, there's conversely proponents, which means supporters like Rachel Patel, a seasoned, and so on. So this guy is actually supporting Sinclair. So he will again go under the column of Sinclair. What that means is this column right here is for Eleanor, the first person. This is the third person, Rachel Patel, who supports Eleanor. And then this one here on the right-hand side is the person opposing this opinion. So in the questions, when they put those names, I know exactly where to find information, and I know who supported what. Because the question might ask, how did this person disagree with the other person, and so on. So I have things divided really nicely. I also have my explanations in notes, very concise, exactly how I should be doing them efficiently, quickly, and doing them while multitasking, but making it easy for me to get key information and understanding everything as well. So guys, make sure to do this, make sure to practice this, and again, try to use our mock tests in our CELPIP 15-hour course. Go in the transcript section and do exactly what I did here. Okay, you can also, hey, here's the transcript, okay? You can pause the video. There are the next paragraphs. Here's the next one. And here's the next one. Take screenshots or pause and try that yourself. See how good you are at this. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk soon. Take care.